No, they would be, no, we want to free it up so we hear more. We don't want to hear less. Like, you don't understand what's going on. Stop confusing the people.
There's a lot of that. Yeah, conservative talk radio is a little intense. I do agree with some...
It's the yelling that bugs me.
Not just the yelling, but some of the stuff like you just pointed out. I mean, I believe you that they were just swinging it that way or presenting the facts that way. And I hate when anyone does that.
I can't say they're doing it on purpose. I just think...
Oh, you don't think so? They definitely are.
I think so, but I can't prove it. So I'm just trying to be fair to that kind of angle. It's like, I can't prove it, so I don't know if they're definitely doing it. But it seems like they're doing it on purpose.
I mean, I think
who owns
a giant...
Who owns, what's it called? The frickin' Clear Channel. It's probably... Well, anyway, they're a big company who wants more control of the pie and doesn't want to be... I'm sure they're in line with the cable company somehow.
Someone very rich and powerful probably owns them.
Yeah, there's a lot of vertical integration going on.
Well, I mean, if you listen to Rush Limbaugh, I think he sounds like a giant show for certain.
I thought you said show of fur.
Show.
I was like, oh, he does look like a fluffy giant bear.
I mean, it just seems like he figured out a long time ago he can make a lot of money by speaking a certain message for certain. I think he believes some
audiences.
of the stuff he talks about, but I almost think he's just putting on a show half the time, like get people fired up and keep their attention.
Keep that money coming in. No, you're right. I can see that too, but so many people buy it. I just want to shake them. He has 20 million viewers or listeners.
I mean, is that real?
Or maybe it's just $20 million a year.
It might be 20 million listeners. I don't.
Seems like too many.
How do they fucking figure that out? Where does that number come from? Because how can you tell?
Nielsen, maybe?
It's like people send out like a little pamphlet, like, tell us when you're listening to what.
That's how Nielsen works back in the day.
Is that what they still do?
I think they upped their game a little bit and made it more digital.
How?
But
I'd like to see.
I don't know. Nielsen called my family the other week. I'm like, we should do this because I want to.
Especially AM stations.
Well, it's all reporting based, and then there's that conspiracy that because there's only one company that controls the ratings.
But if it's
Nielsen
seriously,
has a monopoly on the ratings, and
if
people
that's
don't
how
get
they
mad
do
about
it,
that.
if that's how they do it with little.
That's how they used to do it. It was like, all right, we take a sampling of the public, give them flyers, and say, what do you listen to on a weekly basis? And you record it every time you listen or watch something, if it's radio or TV. They send it back and they extrapolate it over the whole audience.
Yeah, that seems ridiculously inaccurate.
It is, and like I said, there's only one company that
So,
has a monopoly on it, so they can pretty much decide who wins and loses. Really, when you think about it.
I wonder how many people actually listen to some of the shows, or if they just overinflated.